permanent and knowing what is permanent. So the impermanence here are four: our ego, our nafsu, our love of the world, and shaitan. These four things are impermanent. And anything that molds us, directs us, that comes from this four is something that is impermanent. Simple. And what is permanent? That is illallah. So all over that is impermanent is la ilaha. And then whatever that is permanent is illallah. So does not mean that la ilaha in that kalima is not important. We need to use this kalima of la ilaha to tell our minds what that is disturbing us, that's causing us anxiousness, that is causing us all of this irregularity of heartbeat, that is causing us all of this burden in our thoughts. So we need to be informed of what are these things. And when we understand that these things are impermanent, and then we just focus on the permanence, slowly we understand that we actually can direct our life towards the permanence, yani Allah. But if not, we would be pulled in multi directions by the impermanence, which is actually an illusion. Tak wujud. So last time, when my grandfather was teaching us about the kalima, he always tells us this story. And I always tell everybody this story as well when I'm talking about the kalima. So there was once he attended a class with one of the shuyukh in Singapore. So when he was there, the ustaz was saying, ustaz tu mengajar tasawuf lah. So he was teaching tasawuf. He says, balik zikir isbat nafi. Go back home, do your zikir of isbat nafi. So there's a young chap in the class. He went back home and he did the zikir of isbat nafi. But he did slightly different. He go, isbat nafi, isbat nafi, isbat nafi, isbat nafi. Jadi mak dia tanya, the mother came to him and says, what are you doing? Boy, ustaz say do zikir isbat nafi. So I do isbat nafi. The mother was a bit perplexed. Never have I learned the zikir of isbat nafi. So he went back to the ustaz and said, Ustaz, what are you teaching my son? He's teaching isbat nafi, isbat nafi, isbat nafi. Then ustaz was saying, isbat nafi is la ilaha illallah lah. Yang your child go and zikir isbat nafi tu buat apa? It's a funny story. I mean, if our child starts to do that, we'll be worried, of course. But it's interesting. There is a hikmah in that story. Whatever the child was doing is something we should be doing within ourselves. We don't have to say it. You see, dhikr has many levels, and we'll go through that tomorrow, inshallah. But one of the levels of dhikr is jahr, something that we express out, vocalize. And I like to apologize if our qasida to Burdah is like a strong brew of coffee in the morning. It's like the whole thing is like that. I can't control this boy's excitement for some reason. So if you're new to our majlis, it's been like this for the past 10 years. Tinggal saya pun dah pekak actually, but it's helping me in awakening my heart so that I'm awake. You know, at 10 o'clock, I go back home, I won't sleep till 4 because the majlis is still Nasrunya suara Maula ya salli wa salli. So tak payah nak ustaz nak ruqyahkan saya. Datang Maula balik gini. It helps. That's the isbat nafi that goes on within us. You get what I'm trying to say? You cannot go to a majlis and you go back and you start to think, alamak, besok nak masak apa? Tomorrow, what am I going to do? Tomorrow, what am I tomorrow? Tomorrow, you don't know if you're going to meet tomorrow. So the anxiety kicks in. The majlis didn't kick in. The dhikr didn't kick in. The salawat didn't kick in. But your worry starts to kick in. So there's something wrong somewhere. What is it that we need to do to allow the majlis to be within us? I always get this, people come back, I hear the majlis. I say, don't worry, it's nothing mystical. It says that you were in the majlis. And the majlis was in you. And this is how it was like with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sayyidina Rasul didn't have to use a voice that is loud. You know what I'm trying to say? The logic is, can shadow outshine light? Tak boleh. Light would eat the shadow. That's why it is min al-dhulumati ila nur. The light of the Prophet ﷺ is so powerful that it illuminates all atom of ourselves that there's no noise of dunya. So when we come to majlis, Ashmat says there is tunes, and that's why I say there's no need for drums here, because these boys have very loud vocal. Tak tahu apa diorang makan. Must be the water in Singapore. Everybody shouting, hey, buat apa? Gitu. Sampai majlis pun dia gitu. You know what I'm trying to say? But we need that. Because if the voice of dunya is very loud, then the voice that needs to be suppressed, that voice needs to be suppressed. And I'm using the word intentionally suppressed. Because it's strong. The voice of our ego is really strong. It's really, really strong. We just don't know it. And that's why when we mention the name of Sayyidina Muhammad, it becomes a shifa for us. You get what I'm trying to say? There's this story one of my sheikh told me, Sheikh Rahimuddin Nawawi Bantan. He says, there was once a murid went to study with a sheikh. So he sat in the daras. Belajarlah. Buka kitab, belajar. Then the teacher ran out of patience. Budak ni tak boleh make it lah, dia kata. No knowledge can enter this boy. So he walked out, sad out of the madrasa. Then he passed by another place, and this sheikh says, what happened? My teacher gave up on me. Okay, come in. In 3 days, the boy mastered the knowledge that the previous teacher couldn't help. So this sheikh pun perplexed lah. What do you do? And then the sheikh says, nothing, I just teach him qasidah. So that's the power of tunes. In Quran we have this, nature has this, ourselves we have this. These are sacred tunes to express the longing for the Prophet ﷺ. So if there is a lot of noise and anxiety, then it suppresses this longing, because we all are going back. Sultan Awliya Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirruhu Aziz, and his Sirr Asrar, very important text if you were to ask me. He says about going back, it's the wayfaring of the soul home. All of this temporalness would leave us. Your problems will leave you. Your anxiety will leave you. Your nafsu will leave you. Everything will leave you. What would stay with you? Your ruh. Now your ruh needs to return back to Allah. How are you going to return back to Allah? The ruh has a tune. And we need to bring out the ruh with that tune, because right now it's being suppressed with the techno music of dunya. I think sebelah sini ada KTV saja on. A lot of different dunya tunes. You get what I'm trying to say? So we need to have a lot more tunes of Muhammadiyah. Sometimes I feel the best methodology of da'wah is to make us understand the ignorance of our mind. Because the mind thinks it doesn't have a ruh. But actually, that is the most important part of the self. More important than your physical self. If you take care of your ruh, then you will see the light within it. Which is Sayyidina Muhammad. Our sheikhs like to quote this hadith Qudsi, في جسد عدم مضغلة. In the body of Adam is a piece of flesh. في مضغلة قلب. In the flesh, so this is your physical canonical heart. In it, the hadith Qudsi says, there is the heart, the spiritual heart. في قلب روح. In that spiritual heart is the ruh. وفي روح نور. In that ruh there is a light. وفي نور سري. In that light there is a secret. وفي سري أنا. And in that secret there is me. Not his zat, but the closeness that we can get to Allah. So what's stopping us in that closeness? Our obstacles. Our obstacles is not that we're overweight like me. Every Friday makan biryani. That's not an obstacle. So please continue to eat your biryanis. You get what I'm trying to say? What is the obstacles? Our thoughts are the obstacles. If we understand the whisperings of the ego, you get what I'm trying to say? A simple example of the ego is that when you want to pray, misal Isya ke, Subuh ke, then badan dah liat. Then there's this discussion. Should I wake up or not? I think I better sleep first because later I'm going to work. You know, then your whole schedule for the day come out already. Betul tak? At 12 o'clock, I'm going to meet that person. Fajar is running out of time. So this is the trick of the ego. So what must we do? Quickly, if you identify this, you must tell yourself, Amantu billahi wa rasulihi. I believe and I have faith in Allah and Rasul. If you follow that voice, that is the voice of the Ruh. But if you follow the voice of the schedule that comes with your iPhones and all of that, that is the voice of whom? The ego. Don't start blame syaitan dulu. Syaitan jauh lagi. Shaitan can only come to you if you allow these three doors to be open within yourselves. The ego, nafsu, and love of the world. Oh, I tak cinta dunia. Huh? Love hubbu dunia. I don't like the world. Ya ke? Which comes first? The Korean drama series or Maghrib? Betul tak? We always struggle with this. I don't watch Korean. There are other things that I struggle with lah. Correct or not? When it comes to Maghrib, the best TV show will come out. So we always ask ourselves, oh, do I have to do this? Or that? If there is that question, then we're struggling with ourselves. You know, Sultan Awliya, Shah Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, Aziz, he went above that. So what did he do? 14 years, he stayed outside of Baghdad. He ate whatever people threw, the leftovers of the vegetables, he ate only greenery until his neck became green. Subhanallah. Great discipline. Imagine his mind. One day, he was walking, Shaitan came and attacked him. Shaitan came and attacked him. And came a hand from right above the heavens, and smacked the face of Shaitan. That's the difference between us and him. For us, Shaitan tak payah kacau pun. For him, because he mastered the three, the ego, the nafsu, and the love of the world, Shaitan said, now I have to introduce myself. Hello, Shaitan. You get what I'm saying? Dia tak kasih salam. Like businessmen, Dia tak kasih salam. Hello, boss. Gitu. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the corporate way of meeting people. That's how they, hi, Shaitan. He wants to whack you. And true enough, because he controlled himself, his thoughts and his heart, Allah saved him. So we're on that journey. We're on that journey of, okay, stop blaming the shaitan, and now we have to look at within ourselves. Because these are the small tools that shaitan uses to control us. Our life is very precious. Berapa lama lagi kita boleh hidup? Betul tak? Do we know? We don't know. But what we know is the baqi, the leftover of this life, must be the one that we achieve this nur. Minimum. Not even the ruh. Must be the nur. The ruh is given. You already have your ruh. Apa lagi nak discuss? Mana ruh I? Tadi check tadi. If it is not there, if you can't see it, doesn't mean it is not there. You get what I'm trying to say? So ulama of the past, ulama Sufia says the breath is the ruh. Understand that. So if you're doing zikr of the breath, then who is doing zikr? Your ruh. It's that easy. But our mind said, mana boleh, my breath very shallow. Then you get more chance to do zikr lah. More zikr. Is it? Yes. Why is it shallow? Because of our anxiety. Because the nafs cages the ruh. Dia tak kasih the ruh bebas. So you feel like as though even if you're in an open field, you feel captured. You feel caged up. And Imam Busiri rahmatullah alayhi, for a moment he felt that. He felt that. What did he feel? He felt that because of his paralysis, his light wants to come out. You understand? So problems are important to crush us. At the same time, we need to handle our problems without anxiety. And then can the ruh comes out. So now you're handling the problem without the ego, without the nafsu, without dunya, without love of the world, but you're now handling the problem with iman. Amantu billahi wa rasul. And that's why majalis are very important, gatherings such as this. Because we don't know from whose dua we live with that would benefit us. We don't know from whose dua. You get what I'm trying to say? And we don't know who is present in such majalis. That is unseen. Like again, doesn't mean we don't see it. They do not exist. They exist. The awliya Allah Salihin, the malaika, the ruh of the Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the salam that we receive back when we give salam to him. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it does not exist. So the more we must remind ourselves, and if I may say our ignorant mind, right, it exists. Each time we come to a majlis, we feel heavy, right? We tell ourselves, no, there are things that you do not know about. You get what I'm trying to say? You here meaning your mind. But the heart knows this. So this is the mujahada. The whole khanqah, the whole system is based on 4 things. And if you keep these 4 things, you will achieve your goal in life. Right? The light that we're talking about. Number 1 is ibadah, worship. Life is based on worship, nothing else. Number 2, mujahada, struggle. So after worship comes struggle. But you need to know how to struggle using the tools and iman that Allah has given you. Number 3 is riyadah. Riyadah is the most important part if you're going to be serious on the path. You're going to be very serious. That means the Shaykh will give you a 40-day amal, 120-day amal, etc. Very, very important. Akhir, last, number 4. La maqsuda illallah. Tiada maksud yang lain melainkan Allah. There's no other goal except for Allah. So first, if you have problems, understand that you need ibadah. And this is a problem today. Mana baca Yasin boleh bantu? Tak ada lah. Tak mungkin lah Yasin. So we look at the Yasin kitab worth RM4. Kita tak lihat kekuatan Yasin itu sendiri. That's the difference. Because the mind tells us, apa ni? English lagi, mana ada? Mesti Arabic, mesti ini, mesti itu, mesti ini, mesti itu. You put 1,001 obstacles between yourself and the goal. But if you put that aside and say, shut up lah, just read. There is mujahada. The struggle to do the ibadah. And then you will see it. Bit by bit, you will see it. Your life will change because of the worship that you keep in your life, inshallah. Akhir kalam, inshallah. I'd like to thank all of you for taking time to be here because my time here is only up to 10. And I'd like to thank Innai Bookstore for allowing us to come here and to shout at the top of our lungs in the Burdah. Jazakumullah khair. I hope the police didn't come. Awak buat apa kat sini? You get what I'm trying to say? So thank you, Jazakumullah khair. And thank you all of you for being patient with us. And I like to pass around these chocolates as a يعني tabarruk that you bring back, inshallah. May these chocolates bring shifa, inshallah. And may it bring more opening and happiness, inshallah. May it also kabul all of your hajat because it is in the majlis. So when you eat these chocolates, right, don't tell yourself these are just apa beralis. Birrul. Birruls. Don't tell tukar itu birrul jadi burdah. You get what I'm trying to say? Change it from that to burdah because the mind sees that, but the heart knows that it's in the majlis. You get what I'm trying to say? So bring it back, pass it on to your brothers and sisters, families at home, etc. And may it protect the community here, and it bless the community here. May it be a community that is always under the holy blessed feet of Sayyidina Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Malaysia always be protected. May the new leadership of the Sultan always be guided with the blessings of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu. May its subjects and the citizens of this blessed land always be protected, and may this blessed land be a land that is known for Muhabbat Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the way the land of ibadah, for the land of mujahada, for the land of riyadha, for the land of la maqsuda in Allah. May it produce more awliya Allah salihin. May it produce more arif billah. May it have a lot of people who are abid, who are ulama, who are great people, inshallah. And may its neighboring countries benefit from its progress, inshallah. And may this bookshop here, Nur Innai, be a place of where people come to take more knowledge of light, inshallah. And may it be a means for people to be close to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. May people who pass by the shop get hidayah. May the people who read the books get its hidayah. May the people who are working here, the muassasa, people who lead foundation for the store here, be people who are receiving the inayah and the nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. May his neighbors also benefit from his presence, and may all of this Damansara absorb this burdah that we have just done, and may we as musafir, Allah accept our safar for reciting this burdah, inshallah. May we return home with the love of Muhabbah of Sayyidina Muhammad and receive, in turn, earn the shafa'ah of Sayyidina Rasul. And may that shafa'ah be a way of removing all of our obstacles in our life, in this dunya and akhirah, inshallah. May we worship Allah without any obstacles of the ego, of the nafsu, of the love of the world, and of whispers of shaitan, inshallah. May our hearts be cooled with the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May our minds be still and focused on has qaba qawsaini aw adna. May our eyes always in lock at his goal, yani the light of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May our hearts be the palace of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May our bellies produce the shifa that it needs for his body. May our hands always produce the dhikrullah. May our legs be walking to places that Allah is rida with. May our ears be tuning in to the lights and the songs of the ruh, that there's angelic songs that goes up to the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may all of our sins be wiped away. May all of our waswasa be taken away. May all of our problems be taken away with the majestic power of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the authority that is granted unto him. May we always be under his authority in fid deen wa dunya wal akhirah. May our children be the reasons that we receive shafa'ah. May our children be awliya Allah salihin. May their children be awliya Allah salihin. And may their children be awliya Allah salihin until Yawm al-Akhirah, inshallah. And may our parents be awliya Allah salihin. May they be received in the highest of Jannah. And may all of our siblings be blessed. May all of our families be blessed. May all of our jama'ah be blessed. And may all of those that are listening to this dua be accepted in highest of Jannah with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, like how he has placed Sultan Awliya Shaykh Abdul Qadir Al-Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirruhu Aziz. Ameen, Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Whatever is good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If not, it is from Fakir, my own self. I seek your forgiveness for all of my shortcomings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair. Sallallahu Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala. Thank you. Muhammad ya Rabbi. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammadin. Allah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh yes, I know. I remember you. Maula, thank you. Muhammad, doa kita. Sama-sama doa. Allahumma salli ala. Your Jannah's brother? Yeah. Oh, mashallah. How are you? Oh. Yeah, I understand. Alah. Apa khabar? Sihat? Terima kasih. Sihat Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Wa'ala. Thank you. Thank you. Alihi wa sahbihi. Thank you, Adil. Yeah, how's the hit? Allahumma salli ala. Come. Stand here, come. Abdul Qadir. Wa maulana Muhammadin. Allahumma salli. Thank you, Nasrul. Thank you for the blessed majlis. Wa maulana Muhammadin. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.